Primitives are the basis of 3D modeling. You can use a series of primitives to make a detailed 3D shape, a 3D model, or even build a 3D world. If I click and drag down, we see what type of primitives we can work with and we use these in different situations. Um, Objects such as cubes, spheres, okay, and I can move this out. And you see that each one of these primitives has some attributes you can control. Let's talk about the cube just for example, and then we go into the sphere. But I also want to make note that you can go into objects and go to primitives. You can see a list of the primitives also you can create there. So there's two ways of actually working. You can do the drop down view from objects to primitives, or just click and hold the cube corner and you can bring up another box that shows all the primitives. So we have our size and we can control the size of it. So if I want to make this say 300 centimeters on the x-axis, you see now it's a little bit elongated. I can go in and change the number of segments. And you see now there's more polygon faces added in the x direction. I can match this in the y and I can go match it into the z. So now we have a more detailed cube that we can work with, and when we go into surface tools and surface modeling, we can add in a lot more detail to this. Same thing for the sphere. It has different types of segment control. You can control the radius. You can control the segment types. You see, the more segments I add, it gets more condensed and more detailed. And the less I have, it adds more low polyness or poly redux, and it gets kind of cubulated or low poly looking. And we have different types. We have the standard, which gives you a cube. Okay. We have a tetrahedron. Okay, you see now that the polygons are looking different at this point. Okay, we have a hexahedron, which is pretty much can use for a soccer ball. Okay. We have octahedron, more of like a globe. Okay, you see again we're working between triangles versus pure quads or pure polygons. Okay. Isohedron, okay. And then we have a hemisphere. A hemisphere is good when you just want to have a dome and you don't want to use a Boolean or Boodle process. Hey, you can make a sphere and make a simple hemisphere, and now you have a dome or a bowl or anything you want that has a hollow surface inside. If I rotate the sphere, you see there's a hollow hole in there. Okay, so you can use it for any type of modeling needs that you have. Okay. And the way things are working with primitives, I can go in and build in to make more detailed shapes. So I'm going to add in a cylinder. Move this up. Add in another cube. Okay. And I can scale this down. And you see the more that you work here, you're kind of just using building blocks to build on to existing primitives to make a shape. Go to the capsule on that side, go in the capsule, put it on that side there. Okay, so you see I can just keep going on and adding and using a group of primitives to make a nice 3D model. Okay, this is one way of approaching polygon modeling format. Okay, there are other ways we're going to learn about as we go along in the modeling series with the surface tools and polygon modeling and controlling the edge loop technology. This gives you a simple overview of what you can do with primitives, where they're located, what different type of primitives are available, and how to use them as building blocks to create 3D shapes.